Early November here, and we are on the road, leaving the cold weather way behind us. Our latest adventure has us on the road for 14 hours and takes us to the deep south in a location that has been on our bucket list for some time now. Known as one of the most haunted houses in the United States and in the great state of Louisiana, we have finally arrived at our destination.
Welcome to the one and the only, the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Listed as one of the most haunted houses in the country, the house is reputedly built over an Indian burial ground. The ghost of a young Native American woman was the first apparition sighted here, by none other than the gentleman who constructed the Myrtles Plantation.
The plantation has been featured in countless television shows, books, and movies. 3 of our team members have been here previously, 6 members for their very first time. All being said, everyone is beyond excited to be here.
The Myrtles Plantation was built in 1796 by General David Bradford on 600 acres in what was then part of Spanish West Florida and was named Laurel Grove. Bradford lived here alone for several years until President John Adams pardoned him for his role in the Pennsylvania Whiskey Rebellion in 1799. He then moved his wife Elizabeth and their 5 children to the plantation from Pennsylvania. Upon Bradford's death in 1808, his widow Elizabeth continued running the plantation until 1817, when she handed the management to Clark Woodruff, one of Bradford's former law students, who had married her daughter, Sarah Matilda. The Woodruffs had 3 children, Cornelia Gale, James, and Mary Octavia, before Sarah Matilda and 2 of her 3 children died in 1823 and 1824 of yellow fever. In 1834, Woodruff sold the plantation, the land, and its slaves to Ruffin Gray Sterling. Sterling and his wife, Mary Catherine Cobb, undertook an extensive remodeling of the house. Sterling died in 1854 and left the plantation to his wife. The Myrtles survived the American Civil War, though robbed of its fine furnishings and expensive accessories. In 1865, Mary Cobb Sterling hired William Drew Winter to help manage the plantation as her lawyer and agent. Winter was married to Sterling's daughter, Sarah, and they went on to have 6 children, one of whom, Kate Winter, died from typhoid at the age of 3. In 1871, William Winter was killed on the porch of the house, possibly by a man named E.S. Weber. The plantation was sold in 1886 to Orrin D. Brooks, who in turn sold it in 1889. The plantation changed hands several times until 1891, when it was purchased by Harrison Milton Williams.
There are a wide range of haunts and stories associated with the Myrtles Plantation House and the grounds over the years. Apparitions of children that have died in the house and on the grounds from yellow fever and many other horrible diseases are sighted often. Oftentimes these children are seen in mirrors. Laughter and voices are common. Voodoo was common in the area and continues to be to this day. A voodoo priestess haunts one of the bedrooms in the house. Legend tells of a priestess called to heal a sick child in one of the upstairs bedrooms. The priestess haunts the house as well as the sick child who died a short time later.
Many dolls within the house are said to be haunted or possessed and have caused more than one guest to leave in the middle of the night. Former slaves, servants, and house residents are said to haunt and roam the house as well as the grounds. William Winter is one individual that haunts the house. William was shot on the porch of the house in 1871 and staggered into the house, dying on the staircase, the 17th step to be exact. Confederate soldiers still roam about on the property long after the Civil War, including one sick, wounded soldier who died in an upstairs bedroom. The Myrtles Plantation has been featured on television paranormal shows such as Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, and Ghost Lab, just to name a few. Many unusual photographs have been captured at the Myrtles over the years, yet there is one that truly stands out. Captured in 1992 by the owner of the plantation, at that time showcases what appears to be a female slave wearing a turban. She appears to be semi-transparent. The owner reports that there was no one in that area at the time the photo was taken. The Fannie Williams room is located on the second floor of the mansion. It has a queen-size four-poster bed. This room is fondly referred to as the doll room. The William Winter room, also on the second floor of the mansion, has an antique queen-size four-poster bed. This is the room believed to be where Cleo, a local voodoo priestess, was brought to attempt to save a child who was severely ill with scarlet fever. The John Leake room is located on the second floor of the mansion. This room is often referred to as the Confederate Soldier's Room. A wounded, sick Confederate soldier died in this room during the Civil War. The Ruffin Sterling room is located on the second floor of the mansion. This room is often referred to as the Children's Nursery. Children were and are active in this room, according to the staff. A sitting room outside of the Leake, Winter, Williams, and Ruffin rooms offers a great area to relax, read, or nap. The General David Bradford Suite is the only overnight guest room located on the ground floor of the mansion. It is noted to be very paranormally active and is a favorite of guests. Historic and ghost tours are offered at the Myrtles daily. The receiving area and main entrance to the mansion displays the staircase the William Winter died on in 1871, the 17th step to be exact. This area is known to be very paranormally active as well. Another sitting room, this one just outside the Judge Clark Woodruff suite, would also serve as indoor base camp for our investigation tonight. The Judge Clark Woodruff suite is located on the second floor of the mansion. Sarah Matilda Woodruff, wife of Judge Clark Woodruff, died in this room from yellow fever. This suite is the largest here at the Myrtles Plantation and a favorite. The first floor of the mansion contains many antiques and artifacts discovered on the property over the years. The Myrtles Plantation also offers many slave cabins and cottages for lodging as well. Many of these are alleged to be haunted as well. They are very popular and can accommodate larger groups and families. And then there is the pond area here at the Myrtles, a peaceful area for rest and relaxation. The grounds at the Myrtles Plantation are absolutely gorgeous. Yet in the evening, there is an unsettling, spooky vibe that lets you know you are not alone. It is absolutely captivating. And there you have it, the Myrtles Plantation and all its beauty. Charming, elegant, yet spooky and creepy among the claims it is haunted. It is indeed a dream destination. Ashton and Marty go over the game plan for filming our investigation and adventure. Our investigation will run from 9 p.m. until 3 a.m.
We're here at the Myrtles Plantation tonight in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Very excited to be here. Right, Chrissy?
Yes.
Make sure you get Chrissy in there too. Yeah. Yeah, we're all very excited to be here tonight. We're going to be doing an overnight investigation of the main house here, a little bit on the grounds. We're out here, there used to be a gazebo that sat out here. They've taken that down. And we're kind of surrounded by a little pond here. You can hear the frogs and all the other little critters. But it is about a little after 9. Our investigation will run to about 3:30 in the morning. I'm gonna do one last one. Do you know who this man is sitting in the chair? This man that is sitting in the chair. You are absolutely right. Did you hear what he said?
Marty?
No, it sounded like he said Bobby. This is Bobby Lee. Robert Lee. Went by a lot of names. Bobby Lee. Marsh Robert. Was he a good man? Nice.
We've been playing kick the ball. You got something to kick on the ball. Okay. Can you make some of the lights go off?
Can you say hello to Ashton? Make one of these lights go off. If you want to. I'm not telling you to do it, you know. If you want to do it, go right ahead.
Let's try something different. Tell you about it?
Nail your hand.
Can you tell us your name?
Not even close.
Are you a boy or a girl?
I can.
Yes, you can. Are you a boy or a girl? Do you know Kate? Kate was really sick. Where's your dolls?
Why is he here?
He is with us. He is a good guy.
Sinful.
No, he's not. Where are you at right now?
Jude.
Jude. Is that your name?
How many of us do you see?
Rapture.
Rapture? Alright. Hello.
You just said hello.
Hello? So what can you tell us about this mirror?
Are you tired of our questions?
Yes. I'm sorry. You ask the questions. Green. Hi.
Do you play poker?
What's your native language? Have you said it so well? Is that you? Yes. Good job. Can you make many colors light up? You can touch that as much as you want to. If you can change the colors on that box, that's the best way for us to know that you're here. Just go over and touch it. It won't hurt you. I think carrying it around all afternoon. Is Ashton standing too close to it? If Ashton backs up a little bit, will you touch it?
That's one.
Would you like us to leave? Can I say it again? I tell you what, if you want us to go away, say it one time so we can hear it clearly and then go.
That's Marty, Ashton, and Chrissy. And Ashton has been a very naughty boy. And we're going to put him in the hole. Ash, into the hole. Come on. Just crawl in there.
You got it.
Huh?
You got it.
Yeah, I do. You going in?
I'll record you.
No, I'm not going in there. You watch. I'll go in. I'll be the one in. I will. I'm telling you.
I'll do it.
You want to go in there?
I'll do it.
Okay.
For the sake of the video.
Yep. Ashton's a naughty boy. He won't go into the hole.
You may just not want to crawl around on the floor. If I can't get up, you're going to have to come in here.
Okay, well, Chrissy's going in there. Okay, we're going to shut the door just for a little bit, okay, Chrissy?
Why?
Huh? Let's see. Here's Chrissy. She's sitting in she's in timeout. She's being punished.
I thought I was being good.
But we'll check on you in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, you want to go get McDonald's? Ash, you want to go get McDonald's or something? We won't leave you in there long, Chrissy. Okay. You good, Chrissy?
Yeah.
We're going to come in there with you.
Just bring everybody.
Okay?
Okay.
So we want to be in there with you.
The teams take a short break in the investigation as some members explore the grounds and outside the main house.
It's been a good investigation. If you look over here, here's a photograph of Judge Clark Woodruff. And then over here, we've got a portrait here of David Bradford.
Here is the very staircase where William Winter died in 1871. Marty, Chrissy, and Ashton head upstairs to the Judge Clark Woodruff suite, where they will be for the remainder of the investigation. William Winter is said to have died on the 17th step of the staircase. Sarah Matilda Woodruff died in this room in 1823, the Judge Clark Woodruff suite. Sarah, wife of Judge Clark Woodruff, along with 2 of their children, died of yellow fever. The team will attempt to communicate with Sarah, along with Clark Woodruff, using the spirit box. The spirit box is a device used to communicate with those individuals whom have departed the world of the living using radio frequencies.
Well, hello. Sarah, are you at peace now?
It definitely, I mean, you can feel the history when you go in there. I felt welcomed there, and I mean, I don't know if that's for everyone, but I felt welcomed, and I felt like you were walking through the past. I stayed in the Bradford suite. I kind of felt like that we had some interaction on some of our equipment. You know, even if it wasn't very clear, it sounded like somebody was there.
We stayed in the Sterling room. Oh, beautiful place, loved it. Would love to go back. Just the building itself and the property, it was just fantastic.
Loved the place. Just loved the whole property. It was just totally amazing. Did have an experience trying to get into the bed. They didn't think about the short people back then. Definitely would love to go back.
I love the history. I love the Myrtles Plantation. This was my second time there. I did. 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I heard 2 people talking, and I thought it was 2 of our team members, but they were actually sound asleep. So there was a sitting area between our rooms, and it was pretty close to my room, but obviously it couldn't have been them because they weren't right there. And so their room was on the other side of the sitting room, and I couldn't have heard them in their bedroom. So yeah, I did hear a conversation.
That night when we went back to our rooms after the investigation, I woke up and don't know exactly what time it was. It was the beginning of dawn, I would say, and I heard a small child laugh in my room, which I'm guessing it was a small child because that's exactly how it sounded. It was like a little giggle. Yes, I woke up later on, I don't know how far after the first experience, and I was laying on my left ear, and I heard this raspy breathing in my other ear, and at first I thought it was me, like wheezing, and so I stopped breathing, but it kept going. So I went to roll over to see which direction it was coming from, and it totally stopped.
I stayed in the John Leak room. That room has a very interesting story from a young soldier who was trying to get out of serving his duty, so he shot himself in the foot, thinking that would work for him. Unfortunately, he got a deadly case of gangrene in the foot, so he didn't survive. And that room has a history of young John Leak trying to cozy up to women. So I was going into the idea of staying in the room is going to be pretty humorous, and I was looking forward to it. However, being in the room gave me just a strong sense of I am not alone in here, and I am really uncomfortable. And that's unusual for me. First time I've had that experience of uncomfort in a room. So after our investigation, we wrapped up between around 2, 3 a.m. and I was like, all right, let me do a little, run some stuff in the room, see if I can communicate with John or anybody else who might be there. And I just felt uncomfortable. So I found myself, I called the man in my life, and it was kind of like, okay, dude, I'm trying to go to sleep and I feel really uncomfortable. So he talked to me a little bit, got off the phone, and now I am ready to go to sleep. I can't relax because I do not feel like I'm alone in the room. Really creepy feeling for me. So I'm saying, please go away, stay away, leave me alone. I want to go to sleep and I want to be by myself. So I was able to go to sleep maybe around 6 a.m. And the next morning at breakfast, my friend Christy, who was staying across the hall, was talking about some of her experiences that she had early in the morning. And I kind of think John left my room and went across the hall to Christy.
As far as personal experiences, I did have one personal experience. It was the next morning, and it was in the Judge Woodruff suite after our investigation. And it does relate somewhat to the investigation, because in the corner of the room during the investigation, where a chair sat, we had a cat ball that was on there. And cat balls, we use them. It will light up and blink if there's any interaction with them. Of course, they were dormant for the entire night. I don't think we had any interaction at all with any cat balls at all. But anyways, the next morning I'm packing up my bag and I put my equipment away, and I just happened to glance over because out of the corner of my eye I had seen that what I thought was a blinking, lights blinking. And I looked there and there's that cat ball blinking, going off. And I just had to laugh to myself because my phone is on the other side of the room. And it went on for about 10 or 15 seconds and then it stopped. And I'm like, wow, now it picks a time to do that. Wish we could have got that on camera, on video. The only thing I could do is recreate it here for you to see. But that did happen. I did witness a cat ball going off on its own. There was no movement in the room whatsoever. I was actually, like I said, I was standing there packing my equipment bag, and I didn't have the opportunity to get it on video. And I'm like, wow, pretty cool experience. As far as the Myrtles Plantation is concerned, I highly recommend a visit to it. I definitely want to go back. I love it, everything about it. Like I said, the history, the hauntings, the beauty of it, just the charm, the elegance, everything. Definitely a wonderful trip.